Greetings, my name is BlazeLeeDragon. Recently I did a video response to someone I called blueeyedpisces89. I mispronounced her name and I do apologize. It is blueeyedpisces89. So Blue-Eyed Pisces, I apologize for mispronouncing your name. I have a new request for a video, so I'm answering again. And basically with this one, it looks like she's been practicing for about a good 10 years, and recently she had a lady come to her in a very fearsome, kind of scary way that kind of shouted and screamed in her face about how Scott Cunningham and Gary Cantrell, Raven Grimassi, and Ray Buckland is all shit. And the only person that she should be reading from is silverraven because she's a true teacher. And she's telling her she needs to burn these books because they're absolute crap and very imposing, and apparently this lady's in a coven and this is the right way to do it. This, of course, made Blue-Eyed Pisces89 say, before I thought being in a coven would be a good thing, but now I think I better do it myself and live solitary. I'm a little confused and I don't know which way to turn. What's your thoughts? Personally, my thoughts are, all of the books are technically, I guess you can call crap or shit to a degree, because it's all basic. It's like if you think of martial arts, which is a big part of my life. In Chinese martial arts, I do multiple styles of martial arts like I do with mysticism and spirituality. And with Chinese, you have this thing called Wajing, which is this energy force you build up and you put all of your body behind your techniques. And this is where the power comes from. You also have thought processes you can put into it, and qi and breathing techniques. And all of this stuff is advanced stuff. Well, you can't learn this out of a book. You learn this from a teacher. So if you learned martial arts out of a book, you could learn basic blocks, punches, kicks, and stances. Basic. That is what these authors offer you. Getting a call, apparently. I don't think that Silver Raven Wolf is necessarily the best. I personally am not very fond of Silver Raven Wolf's work, but that's just my personal opinion. I'm very partial to Scott Cunningham. But regardless of which one, even, Gary Cantrell, Raven Grimassi, Ray Buckland, any of them, it's a base that they're giving you. They're giving you a base to build upon. So take that and grow from that. A lot of us don't have the ability to have an actual teacher or coven. We don't have someone like an ancient art that's passed down through us through our family. Traditionally, witchcraft, it's a learned, skilled art like martial arts. It's something that you're taught by a teacher, and you develop these skills and you go through these progressions. A lot of us don't have access to that. We don't have people with that kind of knowledge often. And most of them that do are secretive about it. I know a 7th generation witch. She has 7 generations in her family. My family traditions were snuffed out a few generations ago because, with the change and Christian was the way it had to be, a lot of it went underground, and I don't have my family traditions anymore. And a lot of people are stuck with that. So there's nothing wrong with experimenting and being solitary and studying on your own. On the flip side of that, if you're solitary, you don't have to stay solitary. You can meet other individuals, learn from them, share ideas. Take the books as a basic building block, as a foundation. Take the skills that you can learn from them. If you don't like it, keep it out of your head. If you like it, add it to your repertoire. Then build something for yourself. Think about it as learning to draw. You can learn the basics on how to sketch, but once you get that paper, let it come out and be natural. It's not going to be, classified as a standard type of art, this masterful type of art form or anything like that. But at the very least, it's going to give you something to build on. So you'll have, I keep saying build, and I mean that. When you do spirituality, it's like building a pyramid. The further you get, the more narrow it gets, and then you look out over the world and you see that everything's connected. And you realize you're never going to hit the sky, no matter how high you build. But in order to get up higher, you build a bigger and bigger base to have a strong foundation to build on. So study everything, get a little bit of everything. That's why most of us today are eclectic, which is kind of pick and choose and get the best that you can get. Now, there are things out there where you can get actual teachers and mentors. There are old traditions that are rebuilding. Druidry, for example, is something that I'm actually, I've been studying it for maybe about 10 years, but I want to get into this group, which is an actual grove, and they've been accumulating this knowledge for over 300 years. So granted, it's older than that, but they've rebuilt it with the Druid Renaissance. I'll get into that in a later video. But more to the point, if you want to find a coven, find close friends that practice. Share ideas with them. Because a coven, to me, and the way it was traditionally, it was family. You were born into the coven. You should have that close personal relationship, or in my opinion, you shouldn't practice with them. But like I said, this is my opinion. So, with this lady, don't let that throw you off. That's not all covens. I've met people in covens, and they're absolute nutbags. They really are. They're psychotic. They scream in your face, threaten to hurt you. They go nuts with it. And then I've met other ones that are down to earth, but they're very hard to get into. So you can form your own. You can find some on like witchfox.com, online communities, forums. It is hard, but in the meantime, hey, be solitary. There's nothing wrong with that. And like I said, share ideas with your fellow practitioners. Find others here on YouTube. Find others, you know, maybe there's some friends you know, and study and practice together. Share ideas, build and grow together. You don't have to be solitary. You don't have to have a coven. You need to do what's right for you. So, yeah, idealistically, the ideal coven sounds great. You might not find it. You might not be able to form it. Maybe you will. So, keep looking. Keep your eyes open. Don't let one person's opinions pull you down. Even me. You know, you're asking for my advice. A lot of people have been. And I'll give you my personal opinion and views. I'm not gospel. I'm not etched in stone. I'm not perfect. I don't know all the answers. I'll talk to you and tell you as if I do because I'm giving you my impressions and my insights. But that's the thing, they're mine. This is what I found to be right for me. So hopefully this will guide you to find what's right for you. You know, don't take this woman's word for it. Don't take my word for it. Don't take anyone else's videos for it. Don't take any book for it. Look inside. Connect with the divine and deity yourself, and you will discover inside because you'll feel what's right. And that's all you need. Because we all have to walk our own path. Even if you get with a coven, the idea is to support each other through personal growth. The difference between a lot of, like, paganism, for lack of a better word, the old ways, if you will, all of these different traditions are about self-discovery and self-development. It's about taking responsibility for yourself. There's not a devil to blame for you doing bad things. You do bad things because you chose to do them, and you live with the consequences. Some of the other faiths, such as Christianity, they give you, I'm not saying it's bad, so, you know, if you're a Christian and you're watching this, I'm not insulting it, but they give you this map. This is how you have to be. This is how you have to follow. If there's questions, you go to the priest. The priest is the one who has the answers. You have to go to him. He's the one who's connected with God. You can try to pray to God, but this guy will give you the answers. And granted, that doesn't cover all Christian faiths. They're not all like that. But just as a general way that it's built up, there's these, this is where it is. This is a map for you. Paganism, it's kind of like a smorgasbord. You know, it's, you know, you're going out to eat. You don't order off of a menu like you do with Christianity. You get into the kitchen and you develop it yourself. You were given the raw materials to make your own dish, so to speak. So, keep studying, keep reading, and keep going. And hopefully this has been good advice for you. Hopefully you can use it, and if not, hey, just turn it off the video. I'm BlazeLeeDragon. Bright blessings, and hopefully this will give you some direction. Any more questions, feel free to ask them, and I will do my best to get back to you.